Hello and welcome. It is that of the 5th day of May 2017. Welcome. My name is Derek. I'm on the Bittrex exchange looking at PivX, which is currently trading at about 97,000. This is the 60-minute time frame. And within this downtrend, today it managed to pierce below here and then have another pierce above, but mainly right in here, this breakout has been looking to fail, or it's not looking good right now, and I'm getting a lot of mixed messages. Let's take a look at this on a daily chart. So what we see here is first within the last correction, this move here, it had a big run up to the 80,000 Satoshi mark, 97,000 rather. And after that, it came down. Like this one, 175, and it comes down. So since its bottom, it had the rally here that made a lower high to the previous point, just like here. This rally, lower high to its previous point in here. And then this long sideways consolidation. It built a level of support. We had like 55,000, 60,000, and ultimately it was a 40,000 range, and it all held. Now it's built a support up at around 80,000 as its first low, which has yet to been tested since, but close. And 90,000 has been tested on a few occasions since. But when you look at this even further, with all the previous data, I'm not saying it's going to come back to previous resistance at 2,300 Satoshi, but it wouldn't surprise me if even a move down towards here could come into play. The order book is what I'm going to be focusing on next, because this brings a very, very interesting situation, and let's go to it. Now, an order book, this is 75%. This is the amount of sell orders. This is extreme in comparison to the buy orders. It takes about 1,000 Bitcoins to get price action close to its previous high and at around 165,000 Satoshi. 1,000 Bitcoins. Right now, Bitcoin is being traded at a little over $1,500, so it's only 1.5 million. And there's to a lot of people, and definitely in the banking community, I mean, that can be, wow, what a beautiful opportunity to be able to pick up a tremendous amount of tokens for what can necessarily be a very cheap price. This is the bullish side, of course, towards this. But at the same token, it takes only 150 Bitcoins to bring it down to 67,000 Satoshi. When you're talking about 40,000 Satoshi, you're talking only 200 Bitcoins. So 200 Bitcoins, when on the downside, would crash the market over 50%. And on the contrary, 200 here would bring it up to 117, or a rise of about 20% to the upside. So therefore, when we look back at the chart again, and I'm just going to show you just short, like all of these time frames, just show this heavy, heavy amount of sell orders. And therefore, because of the price action like this, well, I guess it's time where I'm going to have to calculate this Fibonacci, which is going to be from the highs of around 175,000. And it doesn't matter if you're relatively close. You could put in 145,000, or you could put in 200,000, and it really wouldn't make much of a difference. But we got, that is the high. Now, as far as the low, This support level at around 631 was hit twice in here. It's also where it broke out from. So 631 will be the level that I shall choose. And then we'll put in the 175,000. Bringing 20,000 Satoshi in the realm of possibility, question mark, I say to myself. 20,000. I mean, that's roughly the 38.2% correction. That's a pretty significant drop if I'm holding a whole shitload of tokens. So I kind of think that I'm going to have to just adjust how I'm going to play it. By having to get out a little bit, I take the risk, of course, that this thing goes way up and not only hits that 300,000 level, but of course can go higher than that. Because as I mentioned, big buyers can buy this thing up to this previous high in here again for $1 million. That's an incredible deal if you're looking to accumulate in a large position, and I realize that to be one of the situations within it. But it also means that I'm going to have to aggressively put some buy orders in around 20,000. As harsh as that sounds, a reduction of about 75%. But I've seen crazier things or very crazy things happen as well. I'm not going to be selling out of all of it, but I will be looking to get out of at least half of what I have. And again, take the risk of less upside gains because this is uncertain for me and I don't like uncertainty. All right then. So I hope you find this analysis helpful or educational, entertaining, or any other word that starts with a vowel. And I'd like to thank you for tuning in. Take care.